بسم الله والحمد لله. الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تمسك بسنته بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, after praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending the salutations upon the Messenger alayhi salatu wassalam, upon his family and upon his companions and upon all those who follow upon his guidance, the establishment of the last day. To proceed, يا إخوان, فاللهم إنا نعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع ومن قلب لا يخشع ومن نفس لا تشبع ومن دعاء لا يسمع. Verily, Allah, we seek refuge with you from knowledge that has no benefit, and from a heart that has no fear, and from a soul that has no satisfaction nor contentment, and from a dua that goes unanswered, To proceed, يا إخوان, فنواصل معكم في هذه الليلة المباركة الكريمة عونا من الرحمن الرحيم. So we continue in this blessed and noble day of ours, second the 8th or night of ours, second the 8th, and the assistance of our Lord, the most merciful and the most compassionate. مستفيدين متعلمين من اللغة العربية, as we continue to learn from the science of the Arabic language, فمن يعطينا أو يذكرنا بكلمة قد تعلمناها قبل. Who can give us a word that we had the honor to learn previously? Anyone? وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. The word adada. Oh yeah. Our brother Abdullah, he says, we learned from the words that we had the honor to learn was the word. One more time, ya Abdullah. جميلا. أعد. نعم. نعم. لا بأس. أعد. وفي المضارع, how do you pronounce it in the مضارع? لا بس قربتها close. I didn't give the مضارع. نعم. جميلة, لا بأس. يعد. نعم. يعد. وأعد يعد يا إخوان, to prepare. The meaning of أعد يعد, to prepare, to make something ready, to prepare, to make something ready, to prepare, or you could say to make something ready. وعليك السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف أنت يا شيخ؟ كيف حالكم اليوم؟ How's everything يا أخي؟ الله أكبر. طيب, ومن أيضا, who can give us another word that we had the honor to learn يا إخوان? Anyone else? So we learned أعد يعد. What about the word بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ساعتان ساعتان. What about the word ساعتان ساعتان ساعتان. من يترجمها? Who can translate? Huh? ساعتان. Hey, I sent 2 hours. 2 hours. It can also be what? Hey, I sent 2 watches. It can also be what? Two clocks. No. I sent to man. طيب. فدرسنا أن الكلمات تنقسم إلى 3. So we also learned that the Arabic words, they are divided into 3 types. الكلمات تنقسم إلى 3. We learned that the Arabic words, they are divided into 3. من يعلم? Who knows? ما شاء الله. أحسنت مجاهد. اسم تشبه ألف. اسم. Why is it not making ألف? طيب, try that. اسم فعل وحرف. Accent. So we learned there are 3 types of words in Arabic. Only 3. Only 3. There are 3 types of words in Arabic. That's it. احفظوا هذا. Memorize this يا إخوان. There are 3 types of words in Arabic. They are, let's translate it correctly. The words, meaning the Arabic words, are divided into 3. Meaning 3 types. That's it. Just 3. Not أربع, not خمسة, not سبعة. 3. اسم, a noun. فعل, a verb. حرف, a particle. اسم فعل حرف. وتعلمنا معنى الاسم. تعلمنا معنى الفعل. And we learned so far, I believe, the meaning of a fi'l. Or did we do it now? We learned one of them so far, sir. Which one did we do, ya ikhwan? The noun, sir? No. I think we did the noun, ya ikhwan. طيب. فتعلمنا معنى الاسم. So far we learned the meaning of a noun. تعريف, this should be Arabic. تعريف, Bismillah, let's make it Arabic. There you go. تعريف الاسم. So far we did the meaning of a noun. We did the علامات الاسم. First we did the signs of a noun, I believe. نعم. علامات الاسم. So we did the signs of a noun. signs of a noun. وما ذكرنا كلها. We didn't mention all of them. We mentioned some of them. We mentioned some of them. فمن يذكر علامة تتعلق بالاسم. So who can mention a sign that's connected to a noun? التنوين. أحسنت. احفظوها يا إخوان. Memorize these. التنوين. التنوين. The new nation. The tanween. The double sign. فتحتان أو ضمتان أو كسرتان. Two ضمة or two كسرة or two فتحة. The new nation. Two فتحة or two ضمة or two كسرة. طيب one more sign يا إخوان. طيب تاء مربوطة. طيب we mentioned that the تاء مربوطة is only on nouns. أحسنت. أحسنتم. طيب وبالنسبة إلى وذكرنا الألف واللام. And we also mentioned the al. Alif واللام. That's a popular one. We can mention al. Alif and the lam. Alif واللام. Alif الlam. The alif and the lam. Some scholars say al. The alif واللام. مثال Allah. An example of this is the word Allah. Allah's ma'rifah is always going to be definite. It's never going to be indefinite. Never. And no example. Allahu Akbar. You're never going to find Allahun, Allahin, Allahen. Never. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. طيب ثم تعلمنا بعض علامات الفعل. And then we had the honor to learn some of the signs of ماذا? Of a verb. علامات الفعل. Some of the signs of a verb. Some of the signs of a verb. من يذكر? Who can mention? MashaAllah. It's never going to find a tanween. You're never going to find a tanween there on a verb. طيب. The tanween is only for al-ism, for the noun, al-asma. But what's some of the signs? That's how you can recognize it. طيب. That's how you can identify it. What's something to let you know that this is a verb? If you say tanween, then that's only going to teach you how to recognize a noun. So if you don't say that it's never going to have a tanween, that's true too. But that can also be a harf. Something that's specific for the verbs. Huh? So if you say, Mujahid says, biduni alif lam. That's true also, but that can also be a particle. Remember يا إخوان, بعض علامات مشتركة. Write this down يا إخوان. We'll give you a benefit. There's some signs, بعض العلامات. Some signs are shared. مشتركة. Write this down يا إخوان. Some signs are shared. So remember, you want to make sure the sign is specific. بعض علامات. Some signs are مشتركة. Some signs are shared. Some signs are shared. So if you say, for example, from the signs of a verb is that it does not have a tanween. That's true, but you're mentioning something that's shared, because then it can also be a particle. So make sure you're not mentioning something that is shared. Some signs are shared. If you say it doesn't have alif or lam, that's true, but that's shared, because there's other words that don't have alif or lam also. So if you say a word that does not have alif or lam, that can be a verb, that can be a particle. If you say it doesn't have a tanween, that can be a particle and that can be a verb. So you want to mention something that's specific that you're only going to find on a verb. I want you to focus on the things that are laysa mushtarikan, that are not shared. They are khasun bil af'al. They are specific for verbs. So try it again. Something you're only going to find on a verb. We mentioned a few of them. Sense. Sakina mentions something that you're only going to find on verbs. Write this down, ikhwan. You're never going to find this on a noun. You're never going to هذه لا ترى على الأسماء ولا على الحروف. لا. هذه خاصة بالأفعال. You're never going to find these on a noun. Also, never on a particle. Seen and sofa. These are two of the strongest signs of a verb. Seen and sofa. Seen and sofa are only for al-af'al. The seen or sofa and the seen are only specific. They are not mushtarika. They are not shared. You're never going to find these two except on a verb. What's another one that's specific for a verb? Seen and sofa. Who has another? Did we mention? I think we mentioned two, so or just one? So I will give you another one, ya ikhwan. Write this down. تاء التأنيث الساكنة. تاء التأنيث الساكنة. The feminine ta that ends in a sukoon. Write this down, ya ikhwan. تاء التأنيث الساكنة. تاء التاء. It should be a hamza. التأنيث الساكنة. This ta here, there are many types of ta. This is one of them. The ta'u at-ta'nithi as-sakinatu. The ta or the feminine ta that ends in a sukoon. The feminine ta that ends in sukoon. The feminine ta that ends in sukoon. Her name is ta'u at-ta'nithi as-sakina. Is that right, ikhwan? Feminine. Where's mine? Feminine. Where my spellers here, ikhwan? The feminine ta. I feel like I'm jacking that up. The feminine ta that ends in sukoon. هذه لا تقع إلا على الأفعال. This ta here only comes on verbs. Only comes on verbs. فنقول مثلا قالت الأم. قالت الأم. So we say قالت الأم. قالت الأم. Can you ترجم? Who can translate? MashaAllah. The mother said. The mother said. Right. هذه التاء تسمى تأنيث الساكنة. This ta here يا إخوان, I'm trying to highlight the ta. The ta has a name. There are many ta. This ta, she has a name. Her name is Ta'u at-Tanithi as-Sakina. This is one of the strongest signs of a verb. Ta'u Tanith as-Sakina. لا تقع على الاسم ولا تقع على الفعل. This sign, you would never find it on a noun, ever. And you would never find it on a particle, ever. It's specific for it's specific for verbs. Alright. طيب بالنسبة إلى الحرف. Now let's go to the easiest from one angle, the most difficult from another angle. The easiest from one angle, the most difficult from another angle. عندكم هذا? Everyone has that يا إخوان? جميلة. طيب الآن الحرف. Now let's deal with the حرف. Now let's deal with the حرف. الحرف, a particle, or you can say preposition. الحرف, a preposition, or you can say particle. It's up to how you translate it. They both have the same meaning in English. الحرف علامة الحرف. So write this down يا إخوان. The sign of a حرف. علامة الحرف. أضيف الحركات. Let's add our vowels. علامة الحرف. Signs of a حرف. Signs of a حرف. Let's keep the term حرف. Signs of a حرف. طيب الحرف ليس له علامة. The حرف has no signs. The حرف has no signs. The حرف has no signs. Let's write this down يا إخوان. The حرف has no signs. So you're going to write ليس له علامة. The حرف has no signs. ايش بيتها مربوطة. طيب ليس له علامة. It does not have any signs. It does not have any signs. So from one angle it's the easiest. From another angle it's the most difficult. ما معنى هذا? What does that mean يا إخوان? من يشرح? Let's hear everyone's point of view. Who can explain? Why do we say from one angle is the easiest, but from another angle is the most difficult? Who can explain? From one angle is the most easiest, from another angle is the most difficult. How could that be?
Okay, it's the easiest because it has no time, but it's also difficult because it might be hard to identify inside of a sentence.
Hey, mashallah, Jamil, and that's a good reply. Alright, Santi. Anyone else? Lahu sharh. Who else can explain? How can it be the most difficult from one angle, the easiest from another angle? You all agree with Sakina? How could that be? What else do we have tonight, يا إخوان? طيب, Abdullah, تفضل. How can it be the most easiest from one angle and the most difficult from another angle? How could that be?
By understanding the rule, that by the easiest by understanding the rule, is come after the jar.
Okay.
You know, by understanding that rule, that's the easiest.
Okay. What about the most difficult?
There's no way to identify it other than that through the rule.
Okay, you can say that. You have to look at the rules to identify it. From one angle, it has no sign, so that's easy to memorize. But you can't identify it without looking at the rules. That's a good breakdown also. Alright, sent. One man, Mujahid, tfadal. What does that mean? It's the easiest from one angle, the most difficult from another angle. لا بأس لا بأس لا بأس. ومن أيضا, one more. أين داود اليوم? Where's Dawood tonight? Dawood, تفضل. What does that mean? It's the most difficult from one angle, the most easiest from another angle.
It's easy from one angle. There's not that many of them.
Good.
So it's easy to memorize them.
Good. How is it the most difficult?
It's difficult because it don't have no signs.
Okay.
So once you memorize them, then you know them.
Okay, you have to look at the particles themselves. They're easy to memorize. It's not a lot. But since it has no signs, it makes it difficult. طيب, أحسنت أيضا. طيب, ونضيف إلى كلامكم, and I'll add to all of your speech inshallah. طيب, من ناحية السهلة, from the angle of ease, ليس له علامة. From the angle of ease, it has no signs. There's nothing to memorize to identify it. It's nothing. So that's easy. It has no signs. Right, that's easy. What am I looking for then? If I can't identify it specifically, that's easy. It's nothing to memorize. Just go straight. No turns. Go straight. You're going to run right into my house, and then you can drop me off. Oh, that's easy directions. Alhamdulillah. I don't got to look for no sign. No, go. All you got to do is go straight. And that's my block. Alhamdulillah. No signs. The difficult part is إذا لا نعرف علامات الاسم ولا علامات أو إذا لا نعلم علامات الاسم ولا علامات الفعل لا يمكننا أن نميز الحرف. The difficult part is, although the harf has no signs, if I don't know the signs of a noun and I don't know the signs of a verb, I can't recognize a particle. So I have to memorize the signs of a noun And I have to memorize the signs of a verb. And whatever doesn't fit, then it has to be a harf. There's only 3 types of words. I have to learn the signs of a noun and the signs of a verb. If this word does not fit any of those, then I know it's a harf. So we're going to write علاماته. So now we're going to add to that. We're going to say ليس له علامة. It has no signs. لا يقبل. طيب فهو ما لا يقبل علامات الاسم ولا علامات الفعل. So now we're going to add this sentence here. I want you all to memorize to the best of your ability. So we learned it has no signs. So now you're going to write, so therefore it is ما لا, that which does not يقبل, except علامات الاسم, the signs of a noun. If it doesn't accept the signs of a noun, it has to be a particle. Who agrees? If you have a word and this word does not accept the signs of a noun, is it a harf automatically?
Could be.
It could be, but does it mean that it's a harf?
No.
What else could it be?
Yeah.
A fi'l. Some signs are shared. So we're going to add 2. Is that which ما يقبل علامات الاسم. It is that which does not accept the signs of a noun. We're not done. ولا علامات الفعل. Nor does it accept the signs of a verb. Any word that does not accept the signs of a noun, nor the signs of a verb, then there's only one type of word left, so it has to be a particle. It has to be a particle.
Can you give an example in a sentence or something?
Hey, inshallah, taba'an. So if the word does not accept the signs of a noun, what's the sign of a noun? Alif wal lam. التنوين. دخول حرف الجر. دخول حرف جر. الجر. Signs of a noun. Tanween. Alif wal lam. It accepts in front of it a harf or preposition. It also accepts the kasra. All of those are specific for al-asma. Alamatul fi'l, signs of a verb. Sin, sofa, taw ta'nith, as-sakina. Signs of a verb. Sin, sofa, qad. We forgot qad. Qad, طيب. And the feminine ta that ends in a kasra. If the word does not accept any of them, then by default the word is a preposition or a particle. So let's write, and then we give some examples. It is that which does not, it should be not, accept the signs of, let's keep the term, signs of a ism, nor the signs of, let's keep the terms, a fi'l. Fi'l. Then, by default, the word, it is a harf. If you memorize that, you just want to level up in grammar. When you get to ajurumiyya, when you get to mutammima, You just learned the signs of harf by memorizing the signs of a noun and the signs of a fi'l. Because the harf has no signs. Sometimes you can identify something by its opposites. If there's only 3 of them, and you can identify the other 2, then by default, it has to be that last thing. You don't have to learn all the different aqidah of every different group. No. All you have to learn is the aqidah of the people of the sunnah. And then by default, if it's not from the aqidah of the people of the sunnah, then it's not from the sunnah. Easy. You can identify something by the opposite of something. فنعطيكم مثالا. Let's give an example يا إخوان. يقول النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام طيب المرء مع من أحب يوم القيامة حديث أبي هريرة. The person is with those whom he loves يوم القيامة. طيب that's a difficult one. طيب علي طيب عن عائشة رضي الله عنها عن عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت. من يترجم? Who can translate? عن عائشة ها MashaAllah, accent. On the authority of our mother Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, she said. طيب Allahu ismun. Allah's a ism. تقبل الألف واللام. It accepts alif واللام. وتقبل جرا. It accepts a kasra. You can say Allahi. وتقبل حرف جار قبل. And it also accepts a preposition before it. You can say min Allahi. طيب عن. عن is a harf. How do you know? It does not accept any signs of a noun. لا نقول عنٌ عن عَنًا. You can't give it a tanween. You can't say العن. It does not accept alif wal lam. لا نقول في عن. You can't precede a preposition with it or before it. So the fact that you learn the signs of a noun and the signs of a verb, you can't say qad an. You can't say si or sofa an. Right? Let's get the signs of a noun. You can't say anun. That's incorrect. You can't say anin. That's incorrect. You can't say anun, anun, anin, anan. All of those are wrong in the language. Let's give it alif wal lam. You can't say al anu. That's incorrect in the language. So by default, it goes, or by default, it has to be a harf. You can't say, let's go to the verbs. You can't say sa'an. You can't say sa'an. That's wrong. You can't say sofa an. That's wrong. That doesn't exist in the language. You can't say that. So if I can't give it the signs of a noun, one other one, I can't say yeah an. Yeah, we missed the yeah. Who remembers? This yeah is a sign of what? Who remembers? Naam, it's a particle of calling, a sign of a noun or a verb. It's a sign of what letter? What word? Ahsant. A sign of a noun. Sheikh Uthaymeen mentions this one. Na'am. And his explanation of al-ajnamiyya, the ya. Sheikh Uthaymeen is a linguist though. He's going to mention those signs that other scholars don't really mention. Also our Sheikh al-Uyuni. He's also a scholar of Arabic. People sleep on him, ya ikhwan. He's holding the Sheikh Sulaiman Uyuni. His books of grammar and sarf, I recommend you study them. He makes it so easy. Our Sheikh in Yemen, Sheikh Ahmed Wasabi, is a scholar of hadith and a scholar of Quran and a scholar of Arabic. He has a tremendous explanation of Ajurumiyya. Maybe one day we can go over his explanation. It's big, but he makes it so easy, ikhwan. He calls it Tuhfat al-Wasabiyya, the explanation of al-Wasabi, because that's his name, Ahmed Wasabi. طيب. So now you can't say qad an. That's incorrect. So by learning the signs of a noun and the signs of a verb, by default, you just learn how to identify a harf. But you can't do that unless you memorize the signs of a noun and the signs of a verb. طيب. Any questions, ya ikhwan? من لا يفهم? Who doesn't understand? طيب. عندك سؤال يا شيخ؟ So let's finish here, inshallah. We stopped yesterday. We have four more sentences, inshallah. We're given the questions to the possible answers. These are the answers. So you have to give the questions that perhaps somebody asked you. If you were to say, Na'am, wajadtu al-hidha'a al-munasiba. If you say this, yes, I found the suitable shoes. What did someone possibly say to you? What's the question? Ahsant. So the question possibly was, هل وجدت حذاء المناسبة? And then you said, نعم وجدت الحذاء المناسبة. أحسنت. هل وجدت الحذاء المناسبة? No. Ahsanti. So now we're trying to find the answers. We have the answers, Afwan. We're trying to find the possible questions. So someone says to you, هل وجدت الحذاء المناسبة? Did you find the suitable shoe? Did you find what you're looking for? You find a suitable one? Did you find the suitable shoe? And the person says, Na'am wajadtu hidha'a al-munasiba. A lot of times in conversation, ikhwan, the easiest thing is that you take what someone says and flip it around. Someone says, Salaam alaikum. You say, Wa alaikum as-salam. Someone says, Barakallahu fika. You say, Wa fika barakallah. You just flip it around. That's one of the easiest ways to have a conversation. Whatever they say to you, you say it back. Alhamdulillah. Makes it easy. Tayyib. Next question. Whose turn? Read the answer and give us a possible question. Everyone's going to get a turn. So it says, I brought it for 50 reals. What was the question, possibly? I bought it for 50 reals.
You say like I was thinking about something like from where.
Okay, if you say from where, you may not mention the price. If someone says اشتريتها or من اشتريتها, somebody says من أين اشتريتها. Now remember, this is specific. Whenever you hear أين, is usually a place. من أين. If you see أين or hear أين, usually it's about a place. أين درست العربية? Where did you study Arabic? Someone says أين أسلمت? Where did you accept Islam? اشتريت. So that's a specific place. So here he's mentioning a price. So what's a particle that deals with numbers?
Can you use him to study who?
Hey, Kam, accent. So remember, Aina is talking about a place. Aina is usually lil makan. Lil makan. This is Aina. Almost every time you see or hear Aina, is usually talking about a place or direction. Lil makan. Or we can say jiha or direction. So here we will probably say kam. As Mujahid mentioned, bikam. Kam is almost all the time with number. Anytime you see kam, it's talking about number. So aina is for place or direction. That's aina. Aina al-masjid. Where is the masjid? Oh, ala al-yamin ya akhi fillah, tawaliyan. Is on the right hand side. Keep going straight on the right direction. So kam is about number. So you want to ask someone about the price, you're going to say kam, or you're going to say bikam. The meaning changes slightly. Kam and bikam, they can go together. Bikam, you can add the harf jar, this ba, harf jar. Bikam. So kam by itself is how much. How much. Kam. The bikam, you're asking like for how much. Kam, how much? Bikam. It's almost the same. How much is this? Bikam hada. Or you can say kam hada. If you say, for example, kam hada. كم هذا الكتاب? How much is the book? Say you're at a bookstore. You say, يا أخي فالله, كم هذا الكتاب? You're asking a question. How much is the book? كم هذا الكتاب? How much is the book? You can also like, how much is the book? You can also say بكم الكتاب. How much is the book? طيب كم, would this be مضاف يا اخوان? كم هذا الكتاب? I believe كم هذا الكتاب. I think it's going to be الكتاب بكم هذا الكتاب. كم الكتاب. طيب we'll save that يا اخوان. I believe it could be مضاف إليه, or it can be مجرورا مرفوعا. طيب لا بأس, we'll leave that for now. طيب, you can also say بكم by adding the حرف جار. You can say بكم هذا الكتاب. No. Now you added the حرف جار. بكم هذا الكتاب. بكم هذا الكتاب كم هذا الكتاب نعم. So but the ba it changes slightly. In English what should you say يا إخوان طيب you're asking like for how much is the book, so the ba may change slightly the meaning. The book is for how much, so that for may change it a little bit but the meaning is still there. No. So anytime you're asking about a number, you're going to say the kem. Kem as-sa'a? What time is it? No. Kem si'rul kitabi? How much is the book? How much is the price of the book? You can also see this one also, ya ikhwan. Kem si'ru al-kitabi? You hear this a lot in Yemen. How much is the price of the book? Kem si'ru al-kitabi? No. How much is the price of the book? Still kem, because you're asking about the number of something, the price of it. Kem صفحة قرأت اليوم? How many pages did you read today? Kem, because you're asking about number. So he says اشتريتها أو اشتريتها ب50 ريال. I brought it for 50 riyals. So you'll probably say kem اشتريتها. How much did you pay for it? And then he said I paid, or I brought it for 50 riyals. Anything, almost anything about number is going to be kem. No. طيب, next one. Whose turn? Read the sentence and give us a possible question for it. Who didn't read? Whose turn? عليكم السلام. تفضل يا أخي. من السوق. أحسنت. ترجم. Translate. MashaAllah. So give us a possible question. ماذا تشتري? You can say that. So the question was, or the answer is, I shall buy pants and a shirt, or and the shirt, or in a shirt from the market, from the store. So perhaps the question was, one more time, Abdullah. Yeah. ماذا اشتريت, if you make it the past tense, من السوق. Alright, sent. What did you buy from the market? That's a good one. ماذا اشتريت من السوق? What did you buy from the market? And then the person says, طيب, I brought. What did you buy from the store? No. طيب, let's do this last two, يا إخوان. طيب, who didn't read yet? اقرأ وأعطنا سؤال, and read and give us a question. Anyone? قبل السفر. ترجمي. Translate.
I don't remember what it means.
أعد, to prepare. أعد, to prepare. أعد, I am preparing.
Okay, so I prepared my bag before traveling.
ما شاء الله. أحسنتي. أعطينا سؤالا. Give us a question. Good. طيب أحسنتي. You can say that. Someone possibly asked, هل تعد? Have you prepared? هل تعد, or do you prepare حقيبتك, your bag, حقيبتك قبل سفر, before the trip? And then a person says, أعد حقيبتي قبل سفر. I prepare my bag before the trip. Alright, you can say that. حقيبتك قبل السفر. No. Alright. And then a person says, what was the answer? أعد. Let's write this in black. I prepare my bag before traveling or before the trip. أعد حقيبتي. No. قبل السفر. أحسنتي. I prepare my bag before the trip or before traveling. طيب أي نوع كلمة قبل? What type of word is قبل? Who remembers? Let's see who makes مراجعة. What type of word is قبل? ما شاء الله. ظرف زمان. ظرف زمان. مجاهد says ظرف مكان. طيب قبل مكان أو زمان. طيب قبل can be both. Sometimes a particle can be both, depending on the usage and the meaning. قبل is usually مكان زمانا, is usually ظرف زمان, is usually ظرف زمان, preposition of time. قبل الصلاة, بعد الصلاة. One of the ways to identify it is to put in a sentence. ظرف الزمان. Is it correct to say طيب قبل? No, I think قبل is only زمان يا إخوان, not مكان. For the مكان it would be أمام. قبل. طيب قبل سيارة. Before. No, you can say both. For قبل, that's both. قبل can be ظرف زمان and it can be ظرف مكان. No. ظرف can be both. قبل can be both. It can also be ظرف المكان. Because you could say سأعدك أو سأجدك إن شاء الله تعالى قبل الدرس. You say inshallah I'll find you before the class. So that's زمان. And you can also say قبل ماذا؟ قبل المسجد. Someone is looking for something and you say before the masjid. You can say both. So قبل will be the preposition of time and a preposition of place. Wallahu a'lam. Preposition of time and of place. This one can be both. Sometimes they can be both. No. أحسنتم. May Allah bless you all. طيب last sentence يا إخوان. Last sentence. So it can be of time and of place. Who can read the last sentence, inshallah? Alright, Tarjim, translate.
I put in it all what I wanted in it.
Alright, all what you said the first time was better. All what I wanted.
All what I wanted.
And so what's a possible su'alan? Possible question? You got it. Someone said to you, I put in it all of what I want. Oh, so you can say that. The food was very good. What's in the food? And then a person says, أضع فيها كل ما أريد. I put in it all of what I wanted. You can say that. That'll be a good one. You can also, طيب. Someone says, هذه عقيبتك. That's your bag. He says, نعم. ماذا وضعت فيها? What did you place in it? And he says, I put in it everything I wanted to put in it. Mind your business. He says, ماذا وضعت فيها? What did you put in it? ماذا وضعت فيها? What did you put in it? He says, وضعت or أضع فيها كل ما. What do you say? كل ما أريده. I put in it everything I wanted. You can say that. In Yemen, when you want to have some shyness and some sincerity, somebody say, hey, how far are you, Yahi? What you memorizing now? And you say, I'm memorizing what the people memorize. أضع فيها كل ما أريد. Sometimes you want to show, you don't want to tell nobody what you're learning. Sometimes you want to be, it's between you and your Lord. So the person says, what you working on now, Yahi? He says, I'm working on what the people work on. I'm studying what those that came before me studied. So it's a way to keep what you're learning between you and Allah. Sometimes that's better to do. Out of fear, maybe you look at yourself as someone. Oh, I'm memorizing this, or I'm studying that. I sat with this sheikh or that sheikh. So now you may fall into i'jabun nafs. This is something that affected many of us in America. Write this down, ikhwan. This is as a disease. I'jabu an-nafs. Self-amazement. I'jabu. Many of our brothers, especially that went overseas and studied, i'jabu an-nafs. We have this sickness. May Allah forgive. May Allah help us. I'jabu an-nafs. To think, to see yourself as an amazement. What I did can nobody do. I'm someone. I'm the one. No, you're a servant of Allah, ya akhi. Self-amazement. This is a disease, ya ikhwan. To have to be amazed by yourself for no other reason except that you're you. There's nothing special. No, you just think that what you have, nobody else can have. So how you look at yourself, you're in the stars. Anta fis sama tahu. You're in the sky flying in your eyes. That happened to many of the brothers and sisters in the West. We don't compare ourselves to the Salaf or the great memorizers. No. You come back home, all you know is Juz Amma. So you compare it to those who don't know Juz Amma. So you're the Sheikh. You come back home, all you learned was 40 hadith. So you compare it. You know that children memorize that book, but you come home to America when the average person doesn't study 40 hadith. So you think you're awesome. You're Ibn Taymiyyah, or you study Usul al-Thalatha, a tremendous book. But in your country, nobody memorized that book. So you know every Muslim in Yemen memorized that book. You know that. But you're comparing it to a people that they don't read that much. So in your mind, you did something that can nobody do. So you have this i'jab nafs, this self-amazement with yourself. This is a disease, ya ikhwan. To see yourself that you reached the pinnacle that can nobody reach except you. No. Look at the righteous. Look at the great imams. Look at the salaf. Look at the scholars of today. They don't ever consider themselves of high stature. They always humble themselves. Even the greatest memorizers. Our sheikh will mention one of the biggest scholars I've ever had the chance to study with. A sheikh Muhammad ibn Hizam. Memorizing wise. Al-Ba'dani. May Allah preserve him. One of the biggest scholars I've had the honor to study with. Muhammad ibn Hizam. One of our mashaykh. Ibn Hizam al-Ba'dani. This man memorized almost every hadith book out. Allahu Akbar. You name the book. If it's a hadith book, he memorized it. Young, mashallah. Holding. You look at his classes. Look at his a hadith, a memorize of the hadith. Memorize Bukhari, Muslim, Riyadh al-Salihin, Bulugh al-Maram, Umdat al-Ahkam. Mashallah, in one life. Still alive today. You almost can't name a hadith book except Allah has blessed the sheikh that he memorized it. Holding. Riyadh al-Salihin, memorize. Umdat al-Ahkam, memorize. Bulugh al-Maram, memorize. Bukhari and Muslim, memorize. Allahu Akbar. I heard from one of the students that they say he also memorized Sheikh Muqbil's book, Jami' al-Sahih. Almost every hadith book out, he memorized. He says about himself, Ana min talabat al-ilmi. He says, I'm from, and one time he said, I'm from the students of knowledge. Another time he said, I'm from the small students of knowledge. Another time he said, Ana, Allahu Akbar, min tuwaylibi al-ilmi. Look how he describes himself. He memorized almost every book out in hadith. He says about himself, I'm from the students of knowledge. That's it. One time he said, I'm from the small students of knowledge. Right now, he's one of the biggest scholars in Yemen. Min Tuwaylibi al-ilmi. He said, I'm from the smaller students of knowledge. Sheikh Fawzan was mentioned one time. Sheikh Fawzan of today. I've never sat with Sheikh Fawzan. He said, the questioner said, Ya Sheikh, min kutubika ayyuha tansahu al-muslimina biha. Listen to this, ya ikhwan. This blows your mind. One of the students said to Sheikh Fawzan, you wrote many books, ya Sheikh. Which one of your books do you recommend us to study? He said, my books? I don't recommend you study any of them. He said, Ana min talabat al-ilmi. I'm from the students of knowledge. He said, read the books of the ulama. Allahu Akbar. Shaykh Uthaymeen, one of the biggest scholars of this era. He says, Ana min talabat al-ilmi. I'm from the students of knowledge. Now we are the opposite. You learn 5 hadith that you can't even say correctly. And we learned a couple suwar that we jack up most of the time. And in our country, because we're comparing it to a country that doesn't study, now we're somebody. No, ya ikhwan. No, how? Where's the tawadu'? Where's the humility? for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And even if you have some knowledge, how can you look down upon someone who's not as knowledgeable as you? How? Knowledge doesn't make you think you're better than anyone. No. Knowledge يَجْعَلُكَ مُتَوَاضِعًا. It makes you humble. You can tell someone who's knowledgeable. He doesn't have to show off his knowledge and this and that. He's not afraid to say, I don't know, when he doesn't know. He's not afraid to go to other students of knowledge classes. No. If he's teaching knowledge, I'm there. He's giving me a benefit, I'm writing it down. And this is what knowledge does, ya ikhwan. We have to get back to the virtues of knowledge and to leave off this disease of i'jabun nafs, seeing ourselves to be or being amazed with ourselves. Alright, for homework, ya ikhwan, we're going to have 2 exercises, inshallah. التدريب السادس, exercise number 6. استعمل كل كلمة من الكلمات التالية في جملة مفيدة. Now this one you can do it one or 2 ways. You can send a voice clip on the Telegram of yourself just saying it verbally, or you can write it. That's up to you. Use each of these words and the following words in a beneficial sentence. So these are the words. You can write it out or you can say it verbally. It's up to you. You can use the recorder that we use in Telegram, and you can record yourself saying each of the words in a sentence. 1 word per sentence. That's all you have to do. So we have 8 words. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words. So 9 sentences only. The better your vocab, the better your sentence should be. And then the second one here is a little more lengthy. 2 exercises and we'll be done inshallah for tonight's homework. التدريب السابع, exercise number 7. املأ الفراغ بما يناسبه من الكلمات التالية. Fill the blanks with that which is suitable for it from the following words. So we have a paragraph, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words here. So fill in the paragraph with the words that are suitable. So you guys should be done this in 2 nights at the most, and then we'll come back with exercise number 8, inshallah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and we'll stop there, ya ikhwan. فَنَصَبْتُ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ وَنَخْتَطُفْ مِنْ نَفْسِي. Anything that we said that's correct is from our Lord. Anything we said that's incorrect is from ourselves. And may Allah bless you all. Wa subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.